Hey guys, Jim Chuong. I'm seeing a lot of content about multiple streams of income on social media, and I just want to address that and the misconceptions around it. When I started investing 30 years ago, when I read statements like that, like the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, I felt that I needed to get 7 streams of income right away, but that's not exactly how it works, and it's not even necessary. I have multiple streams of income now, but that's after 30 years, and it wasn't because I went out there and collected them randomly. This is how it happened. Streams of income include salary, capital gains, dividends, interest, net operating income, cash flow from business. First stream of income was my salary from my job. Then that was invested into the stock market. Certain allocation, say 90-10 was what I did. So now I have salary, capital gains, dividend, and from the non-growth, non-business portion, interest income. At this point, there's no reason to add more streams of income just because you heard that millionaires have 7, 15, 50 streams of income. You're sticking with what you know and seeing where it goes. The only reason to deviate from this is if there is an opportunity that you identify that is far greater than what you have now. Let's say you're making 8% from what you're doing, salary going into your 60-40 portfolio, and you're living life and you're doing fine. The only reason I would deviate from that is if there is an opportunity at least 50% better than what I've been doing for the last 5-10 years. So if I've been getting 8, the opportunity needs to be at least 12% or greater on a total return basis. For me, real estate came into the picture during the foreclosure crisis. I had to compare real estate to what I had. If it is not at least 50% better, I will not look at it. There's no point. Rental real estate in the United States at the time, the Canadian and US dollar were at parity. Prices had come down by 60 or 70% in the zip codes I was looking at. The net operating income for the rentals, which is another stream of income, you get rent, you have vacancies, you pay all your expenses, and then that is your net operating profit or net operating income. Net operating income divided by the property price is the net operating yield. That was 12%. Which was crazy. 24 gross, 12 net. I knew that was typically 50% more than what I could expect with the stock market portfolio, which I assumed to be roughly around 8% a year. That assumed that real estate prices never increased and the Canadian and US dollar remained at parity. I thought both of those two things were unlikely. I thought house prices would increase, adding more to my total return with appreciation, and that the US dollar would likely strengthen against the Canadian dollar over time, which again would add to my total return. There was a lot of downside protection. So where would you get the money to fund these opportunities if you saw them? Well, there were 2 ways that I used. If you have a 60-40 portfolio, growth and non-growth asset allocation, you can use your non-growth allocation cash equivalents to go into this opportunity. Or you can set up an opportunity bucket where you put a portion, you would build it like you do an emergency fund, except where emergency fund caps out at a certain multiple of annual expenses, the opportunity fund may cap out at a percentage of total investable assets. For example, 10% of your total investable assets. Investable assets do not include my primary residence or my emergency fund. Use a non-growth portion or build it on the side. My example happened to be in real estate, but the same example could go for if you want to buy an independent business, invest in an independent business, or start your own business. So going back to the original point of this video, you don't need to collect all 7, 8, 10, 50 streams of income when you start. Build slowly, evaluate new opportunities as they come. If they are significantly better than what you're doing now, then you can consider it. This video is way longer than I expected. Hopefully it was useful to somebody somewhere. Learn the lessons about money that your friends and family couldn't tell you. Download my free newsletter linked off the bio. Good luck. Take care.